What is up, everybody, and welcome to Studio de Jeffrey on the day after a Cowboys victory over the Saints, 27-17. Standard disclaimers before we get going. Disclaimer number one, road wins in the NFL are good. Road wins where you win by double digits are even better. Covering the spread is fun. Lots of good things. Congratulations to the Cowboys and Cowboy Nation on a dub. Now, I have noticed a lot of negativity coming out of that win, and like many of you, it was not the most convincing or most impressive win that I've seen from the Cowboys in a while. It was, in a lot of different ways, probably unimpressive. I knew that the Cowboys were going to win the game because the Saints didn't have their good football players. Missing a great left tackle, a great right tackle, quarterback, your best player, and your running back. The Cowboys were going to beat the Saints. It was just a matter of how and by how much. And the things that I want to draw attention to coming out of that game are a couple of things. One, there are questions about Dak and how well is he playing. And I will say this is not the best month he's ever had, obviously. Dak's not playing his best football. So the things that I worry about when I'm watching a football team or when I'm analyzing a football game is, what is your concern? What went wrong in this game? And how concerned are you that this is big picture, and how much of this is, oh, they played a football game and that happened? So in the case of Dak, my only long-term concern with Dak, potentially, would be, is something wrong with Dak physically? Is he limited in some way? Is he not delivering the football well because a calf hurts or his shoulder back or his ankle or whatever? And so I went back and I watched literally every pass of yesterday's game, and I have no Dak concerns because you can check my Twitter at JC1053 and you can see every pass play that the Cowboys ran. I will say I stopped with 7 or 8 minutes left in the fourth, and I know that in the middle to end of the fourth quarter, there were miscommunications and missed throws down the sideline where CD was not going deep, but he threw it deep, and I don't know if CD got held or quit on the route or whatever. And then the next one he threw it to no one, which is clearly miscommunication too. But I had seen all I needed to see watching 3 quarters and change, where I watched Dak make a lot of different throws. Rolling right, rolling left, down the middle, down the sideline, with anticipation, like the ball to CD that kind of wrapped around Roby. So with Dak, I have no concerns. He threw the ball really well. Velocity was fine. The location was fine. So I have no worries with that. Now, the thing I do have worries about with the Cowboys at this moment, or that I think is at least worth mentioning, is I think everybody knows the run game hasn't been very good in the last month and a half either. And what is going on there? And my initial answer is, this is the one thing that you wonder, well, Saints are a good defense, right? A lot of the plays that were made by the Saints defense are because the Saints have a good defense. With the running game specifically, though, I know the great Bobby Belt, I think he tweeted out numbers earlier, where when the Cowboys run to the edges, to your right tackle, your left tackle, to the outside, they average like 7 yards a carry. They just don't do it. They're running up the middle over and over again. And in this game, they ran on 1st and 10 times. They got 10 yards at the very end of the game with Zeke once. They got 5 yards with Pollard once. But most of those runs were 0, 1, or 2 yards, which is just wasting a play, just smashing it up the middle. And that's silliness. And the one thing I have not seen from this offense in a long time is consistently threatening the edges of the defense. Having a jet sweep motion guy that is a threat to get the ball. They're static. They're doing a lot of standstill offense. And, there will be plays where they'll move a receiver from here to here, but it's jog from here to here, reset, run play. The way to get your run game going is to have defensive ends and linebackers questioning, to have them with their eyes being drawn to different things. That gives you an opportunity to actually run up the middle. Because you held a defensive end, because a linebacker took a false step, because, well, crap, you could have handed it to CeeDee Lamb, who was running in front of Dak. You could have handed it to Tony Pollard, who was running behind Dak. Those threats give you an opportunity to have a better run game. And I haven't seen that in a month. from the Cowboys. I have not seen the creativity, for lack of a better word. I know creativity can be a catch-all when you're talking about football, but that's one of the things that actually is concerning about this offense is where did that go? Kellen Moore, for a year and change, was really good with pre-snap motion, at the snap motion, threatening the field horizontally and vertically. Is this a lack of practice time, lack of cohesion, maybe road hostile environments? You feel like you need more silent count and somehow that makes it harder to do the at the snap motions? I don't necessarily know those answers off the top of my head. I'm curious about some of those things. But that's an actual concern of mine about the Cowboys. Being 8-4, beating the Saints on the road by double digits, that's good. That's a win. But when you do start nitpicking, to me, the only things worth nitpicking isn't, oh, I don't think that guy had his best game. All right, well, do you think he's going to have a bad next game? Next 5 games? Is he a bad player? Then okay, football. Football happens. No big deal. Dak having missed throws that were some of the easy throws in the prior couple of weeks, those I started wondering about where it's like, man, is there something consistent with this? Is there a real reason for why this 6-yard pass, I'm just throwing it at this guy's foot? Is there a reason for it? And so I went back in this game looking for some of the same things. Is there anything about this technically? Is he getting lazy with mechanics? Is maybe something bothering him? And watching him throw the ball in this game, I feel great about Dak. I have no worries about Dak. If you think Dak can't read a defense or something, then feel free to be concerned about that. I don't have concerns about that. I thought he threw the ball well. Decision-making was okay, but he's also a good decision maker. He's capable of reading a defense. He throws the ball well. I'm not worried about the quarterback. I'm worried about the offensive coordinator a little bit. Way too static. Way too static. And I would like an answer on what's going on there. That's what I would like. Shout out to the defense. I know Taysom Hill ran for like 100 and something yards. Shout out to Sean Payton. They ran the ball with Taysom Hill 3 straight times, and the Cowboys never stopped it. And then they threw 3 straight times, and they had to punt because their quarterback's awful. That dude can't throw to save his life. That dude is terrible. Let Taysom Hill and Sean Payton be a lesson to you. Don't get too dug in on stuff. Sean Payton got dug in on this is my guy and somehow convinced himself he can play. That dude can't play. That dude's awful. All right. Leave in the comments, what are your concerns about the Cowboys at this point? Real life concerns. Not so-and-so dropped a football once, or, oh, I thought that was a bad pass, or, oh, he missed a block. Actual concerns. Things that can hold your team back. What's going on with this team? Because what's going on with them today? Double-digit road win. Double-digit road win. Over the next coach of the Cowboys, too, Sean Payton. Yeah, I said it. All right, guys. I'm going to get ready for work. We will be at, what's it called? Jackson Beer Garden I call it downtown. Other people might have a better word for it. I call it downtown Dallas, but that's where we're going to be from 2 to 7 today doing the show. Probably be some bloodbaths, some fights. Saw Dawson going after Dak this morning. Probably going to have some fist fights right there at the bar restaurant. Maybe throw a chicken tendy at somebody. It'll be great. Leave in the comments your concerns about the Cowboys and what you want to hear about tomorrow. Shout out to Micah Parsons because I do feel like he's the guy every week. Micah Parsons is the guy that every single week at some point in the game he has a play that's just like, I'm fed up. Like, none of you are going to do it? Fine. I'll go sack Taysom Hill. Done. I'll make the play that has to be made. Shout out to him. And shout out to our guy TP. You know, I told you they don't threaten the edges enough. And what happened? They ran 2 outside runs the whole game. One went for like 10 yards to Zeke, and one was a 60-yard touchdown or whatever to Pollard. Feel free to run outside. It's not against the rules, guys. It's not against the damn rules. For crying out loud. Shout out to Dan Quinn, the swag daddy, getting the dub. Shout out to the Cowboys defense. How many turnovers did they force? 33, 34? They picked Taysom Hill off 150 times. That dude's awful. He's terrible. Saints are a bad team, though. Saints are a bad team. All right. Thanks for stopping by. It's good to see you guys. It's nice to see you. And remember, no matter what your no matter what. That's not how it goes. I had therapy yesterday. It was pretty good. Might have to adjust some medication. Is that too much information? Remember that you have no idea what anybody's going through, so be cool to everybody. I love you. Bye.